Jacksonville Jaguars and the New Orleans Saints. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from the Superdome. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. If the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, Green. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Saints at 2-13 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 42 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tim Patrick, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team owns it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Bringing the Jaguars up first and 10. Right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Off play action. Green. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Like his first year in the NFL, they don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
That's good for 28 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And some room to run now.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for them.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 36 yards.
And the Jaguars are back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Jaguars 7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Green now to throw on second down. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
He he's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
They go play action with Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Etienne up the middle.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Saints 14, Jaguars 7.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Lawrence will throw.
He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. In the 2nd quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this 1st half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Touchdown, New Orleans!
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. But turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44.
87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Green. Now he'll throw deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Kamara diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On third down, Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Lawrence going to throw again. He's got a man, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 33 yards that time. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. But right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go play action here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man, when coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They run the option here on 1st and 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Off play action. Green. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. So the false start will back them up 5. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Alontae Taylor, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll run on first down. It's Butler, and that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On second down, it's Butler. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Open man right side is Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have now moved out in front.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
28. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Rattler. 18 Rattler. Check smash. Check smash.
Back to throw. Green. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 83 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle they go. Butler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw is Green. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Green. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here as they got it at their own 4-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't think, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed out.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
27 yards there, a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, a 22. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Etienne.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? The clock's going to go. But
and it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Saints are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
The 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Green now. Off the play fake. Dancing to his left. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Green on 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Jags will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.